What's up, all you lovely people? Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. It really does mean a lot to me. Today, we've got the 5th day in the 31 days of Halloween horror, so stick around.
You're afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
Alright, everyone, as you know, as I already said, 5th day. I put a little clue in the thumbnail aside from the poster. If you didn't get it from the poster, the font of October 5th is actually a clue as well. So if you guessed it, I'd love to know if you did. If you haven't, just one more second. Before we get to that, if you could, hit the like button, subscribe button, this button, that button, YouTube algorithm, you know the drill. Now with that out of the way, The Addams Family. Come on, y'all. This is a staple. This is one that will never leave my 31 days of Halloween horror. It not really horror, I guess, but horror adjacent, which is acceptable for this list. It's got that gothic, spooky vibe to it. It has, what do you say about The Addams Family? This is if you're wondering, the original, I believe, 1991 movie starring the wonderful Queen Angelica Houston as Morticia Addams and the absolute king Raul Julia as Gomez Addams. Also, you got Christina Ricci as Wednesday Addams. You got Jimmy Workman as Pugsley. The always amazing Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at any other iteration of the Addams Family, but for me, this is the peak casting of the Addams Family. I know we have a new show out there about one of the characters. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to say, for me, that with the statement I just made doesn't change. This is the peak casting of the Addams Family. And everything about this movie is amazing. The villain, the story, how everything plays. It's just the perfect Addams Family movie to me. And it's speaking, just something I won't be talking about much in the 31 days of Halloween horror, but I feel for this movie, you kind of got to bring it up. Relationship goals, y'all. Like, Gomez and Morticia Addams are like the perfect couple. They absolutely adore each other. They're so perfectly in sync. It's just amazing. I can't say enough good things about this movie. As I said, it's one that's been on my list that I watch at least yearly. Most oftentimes, definitely more than that. So this is, like I said, it's never going off my list. Basic rundown of the story. For the past 25 years, Fester Addams has been missing. Gomez and Fester had a little bit of a falling out, and every year they do a seance trying to communicate with him. Well, there's another person who's involved that ends up finding Fester in a current situation, but Fester has amnesia. So they kind of use that in him to try to trick the Addams to get their wealth. That's the basic story. And it plays out so well. I mean, I can't really say anything else about it other than it's just an amazing movie. And it's going to be one of the highest rated movies on my list for 31 Days of Halloween Horror. I'm just going to throw it out there now because it is. Every year I watch it. Every year I love it. I'm still finding out new things about it. Y'all, if you haven't seen this movie, I beg you, go watch the 1991 Addams Family movie. And I'm sure you have. It's just an amazing movie. It's a high point so far of the 31 Days of Halloween Horror. So that's what I picked for my night 5. What's up, everyone? Eric from the future here. Might look just a tad bit different because I'm on a different camera now. I realized I forgot to rate this movie. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and say 4.5 out of 5 pumpkins. It's a damn good rating for a damn good movie. No qualms with that at all. 4.5 out of 5 pumpkins. What did y'all pick? If you're doing it, if you're doing one, or if you're watching a horror movie every day in October, what did you pick? If you're not, you should start. It's a really fun goal to watch one horror or horror adjacent movie every day in October, leading up to Halloween, of course. If you are, what did you watch? If you're not, you should give this one a try. At least throw it on, see how you feel, and if you love it, move on to the sequel. With that, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great, safe weekend.